Get ready. 3, 2, 1.
Get ready, folks. The lights are gonna shine. Maconi Entertainment. It's almost showtime. Rev it up. Feel the engines roar. iRacing's calling. We're ready for more. Virtual tracks and the thrill of the chase. Get your game face on, we're setting the pace. With every turn and every dive, the tension is soaring, we're feeling alive. Strapped in tight as we hit that green light. This is the moment we've waited all night. Maconi's on fire, countdown to blast off. The show's about to start, can't wait to hear you scoff. From the virtual pit to the roaring crowd cheer. iRacing's here, let's make it clear. From road courses to dirt tracks so wide, we're bringing you action like a wild ride. With every lap, hearts pound like drums. And when the flag waves, you know victory comes. So grab your crew and turn up the sound. Maconi Entertainment's breaking new ground. Feel that adrenaline rush through your veins. This is our moment, let's break these chains. Maconi's on fire, countdown to blast off. The show's about to start, can't wait to hear you scoff. From the virtual pit to the roaring crowd cheer. iRacing's here, let's make it clear. So grab your crew and turn up the sound. Maconi Entertainment is breaking new ground. Feel that adrenaline rush through your veins. This is our moment, let's break these chains. Maconi's on fire, countdown to blast off. The show's about to start, can't wait to hear you scoff. From the virtual pit to the roaring crowd cheer. iRacing's here, let's make it clear. In just a few moments we'll take you away to a world of speed where legends will play. So don't blink now, don't miss a beat. This is Maconi magic, we bring the heat. So buckle up tight as we start this thrill ride. Maconi Entertainment, join us for the stride. The show's just moments away, feel that race ignite. With iRacing on deck, it's gonna be a night.
Welcome to tonight's coverage of a new season for the NASCAR Class C Maconi Fixed Series. This evening, we're excited to bring you top-split action for the weekly straight-the-field race for the virtual Michigan International Speedway in Brooklyn, Michigan. Maconi Entertainment's here to bring you action from all types of racing with the top split for this series, RTP and Fast Fridays. No matter what you are racing, we can bring the action to life. My name's Justin Prince, alongside the booth tonight, Arkham Menard Series racer Brayton Lester. Also producing tonight, DJ Lyon, who will be set producer. Brayton, we start off a new season of broadcast and a new season of S.O.F coverage for this series. Tonight, though, we start from a high-speed racetrack in Michigan. What do you expect to see to start off this new season?
And what a great choice here to start off this brand new season here at Michigan International Speedway in the beautiful hills of Brooklyn, Michigan, here just outside Detroit, Hare or so. This fast 18-degree 2-mile track is going to see some of the fastest speeds this season out of the draft, and especially in it. You're talking single car speeds of over 185 miles an hour. And with that, it's a very wide track as well. So 3, 4, even maybe 5 lanes of racing in the corners to deal with.
On that note, lots of drivers going to be expecting to go near full throttle. Tire management still going to be a critical thing, though, in the high speeds, because if you burn up those tires, you're going to go backwards. But those drivers tonight, so far, how have they been doing throughout the week? We'll see in a moment. This is the schedule for what you'll see for said drivers throughout the season. Talladega, New Hampshire, Five Flags, Legacy Atlanta. How about the Chicago Street Circuit? Stafford, Homestead, Daytona, New Atlanta, Coda, and Phoenix. Keep in mind, the real world schedule starts on February 12th for that window. We mentioned some of the names so far. Chandler Parsons, so far throughout the week, leading the way coming into tonight's races. Paul Swenson, Michael P. Frisch, Tyler Helsel, Marcus Brutanek, amongst those up there as well. Some other notables, Colton Sale's done some good work on the sim. Benjamin White, we've seen good speed. Perrin Huggins, a regular. A lot of good competitors have done well to start off here at Michigan.
Yeah, and this is a very early look at the point crunch. We still have over 12 weeks of racing, and this is the first couple of days, so don't get too tied up and don't go betting on your money on Chandler Parsons to win a championship. Dakota Long in the field though tonight, last season's champion, looking to defend, go back to back. I believe that's his first official iRacing Series champion. He's on the starting grid getting ready to roll.
That starting grid, just about ready to roll. And speaking of Perrin Huggins, it just so happened he set the pole time tonight over Cody Johnson. That's Cody Johnson with the Z. Don't mix up the difference. Dakota Long will start in third coming off that championship. He'll look to work with Huggins, likely with Jake Phelps alongside. Jordan Worth, the fan favorite, will start in fifth tonight alongside Mike George in your top 6. Then is Jaden Carter in the 7th spot. Jackson Anderson will start 8th. Scott Pearson in 9th, and Roddy, your top 10 tonight is Jeff Maconi.
Yeah, looking outside the top 10, we got Kyle Edgar making his broadcast C Fixed Series debut here tonight. This is the broadcast split. Sean Palek is outside there in 12th. Tyler Greno in 13th. Todd Cray there in 14th. Then Ryan Elmore is after to take a time in 15th. 7 drivers did not take a time. That includes Jonathan Bell, Jordan Hurley, Thomas Bennett, Mickey Tuttle, David USC, Alan Boone, Brad Patton, Tommy Romanucci, and then Chris Gilbert, your 22nd driver, rounding out the field.
That's look top bottom of your field here tonight. 24 race of note. 2 drivers out of the session. Alan Boone and Brad Patton both misqualified. So as these drivers get ready to go, let's talk about your Maconi Setup Shop race analysis. With this race at Michigan, the distance once again is 30 laps. We're at what's going to be a very fast track though. Those laps could go very quickly within 20-30 minutes if it goes green. As well, remember, 1 green white checkered attempt is available if necessary. And as per usual with this series, if you're new to iRacing, it's fixed iRacing setups, meaning everyone's on the exact same setup. It's about how they drive this setup that's going to make the difference here tonight. On that note here, Brayton, as it's a cloudy race for this one, a very cool racetrack as well. What are your keys to victory?
Now, only 70 degrees Fahrenheit, track temperature 66, overcast, so that 9-mile-an-hour wind in the northwest definitely not going to shake things up at all, but that track temperature definitely will. Expect fairly tight trucks, not going to feel it a whole lot loose. I'm expecting it's not super greasy out, it's not super slick out. The drivers will put trucks where they want on somewhat fresher rubber, but you gotta watch that tire where this track loves to eat right front, and you step out a little bit too much in that right rear, you're in for a long run. That's not a whole lot of fun.
On that note, as these drivers get themselves all situated and ready to go, who do you think is going to be someone to watch for in this race tonight? Who do you think is going to be that one who gets the edge to the checker flag, especially knowing how difficult it's going to be with the draft?
It's hard to bet against Cody Johnson with the Z or Perrin Huggins, Dakota Long, but I'm going with a man in 5th, #1 truck, the highest ranked driver coming in tonight, and the fan favorite Jordan Worth, aka Bottom Split. I'm sure he's going to be running the bottom, trying to make his way to the front there.
Yeah, you can already hear the roar of some of those in that regard. But it's going to be interesting to see how things go tonight. See how things start off for our coverage here as we get ready for some holiday season racing. Happy with the Maconi Setup Shop Fixed Series here from MIS. In control of the field for this initial start, Perrin Huggins, Cody Johnson alongside. Green flag is out, we're underway from Brookwood, Michigan. A lot of wiggling and bobbling coming out of turn 2 on the cold tires. But so far, still good for your front runners. The top 5 single followed out. It's 3 wide of the Hornet's Nest.
I see some of these drivers trying to run the top, some trying to run the bottom, make it 4 wide. There's Kyle Edgar on the bottom, Jeff Maconi 11 at the very top. In between them is Mike George, and then you have the number 9 of Jake Phillips. Gonna get a block from the number 8 of Jackson Anderson. That's gonna allow the 13 of Mike George to slip right on by and out of that pack there.
Well, the drivers already showing some of the multi-groove racing expected tonight. Jeff Maconi, the first to try the high side. He dropped back a few spots by doing that choice initially. Some of the others bouncing off each other just about in the 3 wide as you see some of the side-by-side in the heart of the field.
Jeff Maconi coming off a great run in the RFK Holiday Showdown just last week. Next gens at this very track. So a lot of experience coming into the night. Didn't get the result he wanted, but ran top 20 pretty much most of that race. Trying to work his way up, running on board now with Tyler here from New Jersey. Currently 14th, picked off another spot, and in front of him is the absolute Hornet's Nest. He's trying to get away from the Hornet's Nest that he was just in.
You don't want to get stunned by that Hornet's Nest. 4 wide again in the heart of the field.
Tyler's going to the 23.
That didn't work out well with the 4 wide. No caution. There it is. First yellow flag of the season for the broadcasted splits. And you could see that coming the second they went 4 wide.
You're just on board with Tyler Greno there and got stuck 4 wide back in that Hornet's Nest and just tried to get high behind Tommy Romanucci there. And Romanucci went low, and we'll get a replay here on the Entertainment and see exactly what happened and who got the worst of it.
Romanucci, significant damage, took a big slide in the 23. And this is where you don't usually get the call of 4 wide unless you have a live spotter. Yeah, but you've seen someone did come up and turn him.
That was Tyler Greno just on board with that 21 machine. Comes up, gets in the left rear Romanucci. Actually, Romanucci was able to minimize damage, lock it down. The second started to get turned here and absolutely minimize any contact. He lifted up, I think that turned a lot of speed as the field wreck there, trying to get on by. Just a small tap to the inside wall. I think it's going to be okay for the most part, but looking at guys like the 10 and the 21 as far as your biggest losers here. Jordan Hurley, handful of damage for him, the 12. Thomas Bennett, one driver went hard in the outside wall. That was Todd Cray. Damage all around. Bumpers caved in. Fenders might be missing, but everyone is still in it to win it for now.
Only our first caution of the season for our coverage here on iRacing social media platforms, Maconi Entertainment. Those involved in the incident coming in for pit stops, Romanucci, Hurley, Cray, Renault. Thomas Bennett also coming into the pit lane right now. Lasso's in. He's trying to off drum towards the front. Jake Phillips. They do have a tire set, couple in fact, available, and it looks like the 9 is rolling the dice. They are taking tires here. Only 4 laps into the race is a little early.
They don't have 2 sets of tires in the pit, so if we get a caution 10-15 laps, you don't have to play their hand about staying out. So see if Jake Phillips, was able to drive up with those 4 lap pressure tires. I'm not a huge fan of the call, but we'll see what happens.
iRacing currently, meanwhile, is having a busy holiday season. In fact, it's time for its holiday sale. Get 50% off new iRacing memberships all the way through January the 5th. To learn more, visit iracing.com/holiday-sale to be able to sign up and join the fun today. Again, new iRacing memberships 50% off through the holiday season. These drivers definitely having a ball part of this holiday season. iRacing also announcing a holiday slate of races. Maconi Entertainment have several portions of these races a part of the holiday schedule, with some festive racing and some festive content a part of some of the other series that will take place here on the iRacing social media platforms. It should be a fun holiday season, though, to say the very least. Brayton, what are you looking for most, too, for the holidays in just a week's time?
Yeah, just always enjoy being able to spend time with family, and more importantly, getting a couple of days off work and hopping on iRacing and having some fun. You know, unfortunately, week 13's over, so I don't get to run too many figure 8 races and officials anymore. They weren't official to begin with, but I always love getting on iRacing, especially the figure 8. It sounds a little cray-cray, but I'd like to crash and stuff, I guess. I try not to do it in real life. I try to get my fix on iRacing.
Top 3 are Technical Alliance teammates through the EPI ladder. That's Huggins, Johnson, and Lawn, who are all working together here. What can Jordan Wharf do to break up what's especially probably going to be a 3-truck tandem here up front?
And Jordan Wharf definitely going to be the one to watch and the man to beat. He's got bills to pay. He wants to get up front. He wants to lead this thing. He wants to win this thing. So definitely a team game here when it comes to the draft down the straightaways. Jordan Wharf has a ton of experience, you know, working that draft. We've seen him win here before him in the Maconi C Fixed Series, and I think it's going to be a contender to get in front of these cars here.
Remember, these trucks did get an update to the iRacing build where it reworked the aerodynamic damage penalties to provide a greater downforce loss and reduce drag penalty, as in, for those drivers that are dealing with damage from the first incident, they're going to be dealing with some downforce problems potentially. It is a low downforce track in theory with it being high speeds, but it's still going to impact those in the corners. We'll find out how much so we get going here to the restart zone. Green flag is out, back underway. Oh, and some of those involved in the incident nearly turned themselves again at the back of the field. Up front, Huggins, good jump. Dakota Lawn trying to take second.
Everyone able to keep it straight for the most part. One driver is a lap down. It's Tyler Greno there, the initial cause of the wreck, but everyone's going forward now.
Right into line they go. Jaden Carter jumping. One more spinner. Jeff Maconi sent sliding. One more slider in the back of the field. That's Mike George to the inside wall. No caution. We stay green.
George stuck down, not able to get the truck refired up. Not sure if he's going to have to take a tow or a walk. The replay here, see what happened. How much did Cone get loose here? Gets a bump from the 11 of Maconi. Drifts up the track. Gets a bump from the 5. Gets sent down into Maconi. Nothing can really do at that point.
The
5 there. Yeah, Peleg.
Peleg has spotted Parker Alexander on board the box. That ends up sending George way to the back already. Good 3/4 of a lap behind. Speaking of Peleg, having some troubles there technical-wise and with the lines. Some of the other drivers just trying to wrap that first seat. If you haven't noticed, we are at the older version of Michigan, the one with more bumps than the repaid version from a few years ago. That can impact some of the way these drivers are going to be able to race today.
And definitely not a common version of this track. Most drivers prefer the new version of Michigan, not as bumpy, a lot more stable, so you don't really have a lot of unexpectedness when you're driving these race trucks here. On board with the first race car, Cody B. Johnson with a Z race EPI truck, following 2 other race EPI trucks, trying to hang on and hold off Jaden Carter, as Carter actually just made a move around Jordan Wharf. So Carter in the 4th, into the top 5 from the 7th spot here on the grid, and try and catch up to these 2 tandeming in front of him.
No one willing to make the move quite yet out of these drivers, but there are some moves being attempted. That includes Jonathan Bell pushing Edgar past lap high Jackson Anderson. Scott Pearson following along as well in that grouping. Some of the other drivers towards the back of the grouping getting shuffled back. You see them starting to lose ground. So those in the main group just trying to find their way into a line. The outside's got good momentum when you think about it.
Yeah, just had trouble with the one driver on the outside. That's Sean Petty coming off the turn 2 last time. Was 3, staggered 4 wide, and had a hardware technical issue there. Blinked up for a second, and Tommy Ramanucci, no idea that he was 3 or 4 wide there, drifted up into what he thought was a vacant spot, only for Sean Pedig to appear, get stuck in the wall, and heavy right side damage to Pedig as he fell back through the field.
Harley taking a look at him in the 10 machine. You see down there working with Anderson meanwhile. And interesting enough, a lot of drivers getting more and more comfortable below that first seam. There is a small banking difference in 1-2, especially below that seam. These drivers aren't afraid to run that lower line. It's working somewhat. It's working somewhat is the key.
That's a very key word there, that somewhat, with it being a little bit more bumpy than some of the guys want to like. They're going to have stack-ups like that. One driver getting sent into the inside wall, into the shadow room, going to save it. It's going to be 4 wide. That's Scott Pearson getting split by 2 trucks. There goes Thomas Bennett and Tommy Ramanucci working their way up through the field. Other drivers continuing to fall as Jeffrey Maconi and company are trying to get their situation sorted. Maconi out-kicks himself off of Jaco Phillips in front of Brian Elmore here, and there is just chaos all throughout this 20-truck field.
That was absolutely stunning for the 23, by the way, and all of that. 4 wide splitting the middle to make that pass through the chaos. Taking a look at the 11, meanwhile, that is Maconi on a slide. Just couldn't get the tires to grip up as that allows Thomas Bennett to move up. Bennett has started off in 18th and was one of those who pit on the first caution.
They're working out for now. I think he's got there with the fresher tires. This doesn't mean a caution for about the next 10 laps and he'll be set. But caution at any point in the middle portion of the race, we're nearing the halfway mark, is catastrophic to that strategy.
Track position is usually key. For the most part, those who like to take tires so far, for those curious or had to pick up damage. Hurley's gone to 7th, Ramanucci to 10th, Phillips in 12th, and then you have Bennett and Cray towards the back of the field. So the somewhat fresher tires, expect them to equalize, but they aren't working as the front runners stay 1, 2, 3, 4 on the bottom.
Cody B. Johnson working his way around Dakota Long, that season champion, and still second back. So Dakota Long on tandem again, catch up to Johnson. But so far, it's been a man out front. To talk about track race from JP, the man that started first has stayed in first all race long, and that's a free truck of Karen Huggins.
Yeah, Huggins just able to control the draft. Clean air is king in a lot of cases. And there hasn't been a lot of suck-up force, so to speak. Not a lot of pull, as some may expect down these straightaways, to be able to make a run quite yet for some of these drivers.
Yeah, I think shaving tires is going to be a big deal. We're coming up to the halfway point across the line here. So these tires, the drivers that didn't take them, are going to have 15, about 10 green tag laps on their tires. And after another 5 or 6, we're going to start struggling with the right side. So the game of tire wear and tire conservancy at that point, Karen Huggins obviously having the cleanest air, shouldn't be in that bad of condition. But it seems starting to yaw the truck out a little bit, let the rear hang, and see if they would do that for 15 more laps.
Minnesota-based driver at Hurley, by the way, you see them make the move. Some more drivers just trying to find a way to get into the line at the back of the field. That includes David Gusti. He's in the 16 machine. He's trying to wrap the bottom right now. Has Todd Cray on the outside.
That's just Cray there, working his way around Gusti, like you mentioned, but the driver behind him trying to take advantage of a 2 birds, 1 stone here. That's Mickey Tuttle. Has been, in the 20th, 19th spot all night long and trying to get some momentum going, unable to. And the truck behind him, Sean Peleg there, having more and more connection issues, not able to get any draft going, but that's just Cray riding on board here. Bit of a bobble.
That's because Thomas Bennett hit the wall with the right rear quarter panel. Now Bennett's dealing with some damage as a result. Some of these drivers, it's about awareness, right? On how you take this racetrack. It can be tight in some of these corners because if someone chooses a lane you don't expect, you might have contact. That was near contact with Tuttle in 3.
Then that contact would definitely have consequences for going speeds upwards of 200 miles an hour. Very hard to swerve left and right versus you see a stack up on the interstate. you know, when they're going these speeds. So drivers definitely all in their hands at this point to see the single file effect that this race has gone to. Everyone pretty much on one big single file line, maybe some two wide action in the corners, but everyone's playing follow the leader, and that leader happens to be Karen Huggins. But Cody Johnson's turning the heat up a little bit. He is right over the back bumper of your leader, and maybe able to make a move here.
Jordan Worth up to 4th spot. He has the fresher tires, and Hurley, though, on the move. Hurley looking for the top 5 on Carter.
Hurley might be able to make those new tires stick. Looking at that 10 truck there. I don't want to say it's a beautiful looking truck, because it's a unique truck, I'll say that, but those tires definitely got a little special juice going, a little special sauce, and able to run this bottom, run these corners a little bit more speed than everyone else, looking to get around Carter here and maybe go get the back bumper of Jordan Worth.
Right now, Hurley just trying to do it on his own as Worth tries to figure out a game plan at this point. Right now, Worth losing ground to the top 3. In fact, the top 2, I should say, and Huggins and Johnson are starting to run away up front.
I think Johnson is getting to the back bumper and just pushing Huggins instead of trying to make a pass. So he's not eager to make a move yet, and that's see riding on board now for Johnson. See how close he's getting. He doesn't really back off in the corners. The second he gets to that straightaway, he's just full throttle, able to break the draft, not have any air resistance, just get all of the back bumper of Huggins and push both of them forward.
It's going to take some work for some of these drivers to get up there, but right now Huggins and Johnson sticking together like bread and butter. 10 laps to go already in this race. So far, the top 3 have controlled said top 3 starting spots from the get-go. Hurley, by the way, has got himself fully into the 5th position back there. The fastest lap in a 39.3s. They're running 40.6s with the tire wear, with Hurley at least.
Everyone is in that mid-40 range. Not a whole lot of speed difference in the fresher tires there for Hurley. And the battle of Jordan coming up for 4th spot. Jordan Worth and Jordan Hurley. They're in the 1 and the 10. Both of them have a 1, but one has a 0 behind it. That's Jordan Hurley. He's got the run here through 1 and 2, running the middle group. He was able to carry it down the back straightaway here as Jordan Worth trying to work his way around Dakota Long in the 2. The 1, 2, and the 10 here. Here comes the 10, and here comes the 1. Jordan Worth looking inside Dakota Long, trying to steal the last podium position. Sends it inside. Still side by side through 3 and 4. Coming off 4, they're going to be dead nuts even. Going to open the door big time for Jordan Hurley and Jaden Carter to make a move here possibly.
Long has the pull on the outside. Hurley sticking with Worth. Trying to push him ahead. Hurley now moves to the outside to set up a bigger run. All of that's while Worth tries to slide for the bottom. Can't get it to stick. Colon has better grip right now. Lap traffic is ahead, but not. The 21st place truck, 1 lap down, is in front of your leaders and is now moving out of the way, but might insist with draft.
They're going to put some dirty air on the entrance. Karen Huggins' corner there. Like mentioned, they're going to go high and wide. About comes down. I thought I was going to collect Cody Johnson here. Now the 21 truck kind of bobbing, weaving, allowing the draft for a split second, gets low to the apron as the rest of their leaders run the high line up by the wall. A couple drivers on the radio. That's going to allow actually Cody Johnson, Karen Huggins to pull away for a split second. Johnson looking a little bit to the outside. Yawning his truck out a little bit more, trying to get some more drive off. Get some momentum down the back straight over here. Maybe set himself up for a pass. And you have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 trucks out here with on to 1 second, one another. Coming to 6 laps to go this time back.
Now here comes the interesting question amongst your top 2. Took a look there with 6 of Johnson. When do some of these drivers make a move if they want to do so? Already seen some of the others, like Kyle Aker, having to put on some blocks to hold off Bell and Phillips.
Kyle Edgar, they're trying to hang on to the top 10 spot here. Up a handful of them, up 4 from 11th on the grid, running 7th. And I think he'll be okay with top 10, but he's really fighting for the 7th spot there. I'm going to be staggered 3 wide for a second coming off the corner. the highest contention side-by-side action on the back straightaway. The leaders have straightened out for the most part, but to make a move, you need a lot of help. You can't just be one truck by yourself trying to take a run without wrecking the guy in front of you. You have to have help. You have to have someone pushing in behind you.
Right now, Phillips has chosen, I want to help Edgar out. Now has the pole to be able to get alongside Bell. Pull on forward. That moves Phillips up to the 8th position in this train. Romanucci, good job on the recovery, by the way, with all the damage repair he had to put on. Still holding on to the top 10. Looks to be in position to maybe go for 9th.
Caution at this point would definitely change strategy up. Everyone has at least one set, if not 2 sets remaining, but it'd be a question of track position versus new tires. I'm sure that's thing Karen Huggins wants to see is a caution, by the way these guys are racing behind him. Man, you can only think if Romanucci gets a block by the 7. That's Jonathan Bell. Bell slides up, Romanucci goes low, side by side across the line, side by side in the turn 1, dead nuts even. Romanucci should be able to make a move here, send a slide job. He's going to push Bell off the track. If that rings the bell, it should. He's been going at it all race. Romanucci a little bit loose, burning the right rear up. You see him really struggling to drive off. That's going to allow Bell to slip right on by.
Trying to get to the high side. It's not worked out that way, however. Coming up to 3 laps to go. Huggins continues to control the field. Dakota Long, Jordan Worth, and Jordan Hurley. They have compressed a little bit, though. Is that going to be enough to make it a battle up here? Less than 3 laps to go. The top 2 continue to work together. Hurley working with Ward now looks to help himself.
Slide job here by Jordan Hurley. Shins on Jordan Worth, doesn't quite slide up. No contact made. Side by side as they exit the corner. Worth goes in the wall, giving it all its worth there as Hurley slides on by. Move him to that 4th spot now behind Dakota Long. There's a big gap as Long is getting a long run into turn number 3. Cody B. Johnson there still in the back bumper of Huggins. No help yet to make a move. I don't think Long will be able to get there. And the big question is, if he gets there, will he make a move?
Big question, absolutely, with 2 laps to go. Johnson, still no poke. Could have took a chance to the inside, elects to stay on the bumper. Right now, dirty air is causing Johnson to slide a little bit too much. He bobbles out of the way. Here comes Dakota Long.
Dakota Long, that season champ, trying to win here in front of everyone. Broadcast a time slot winner once already last season. Try and make it 2. He's going to have a shot here through 3 and 4. Coming to the white flag. Karen Huggins is the leader, and Dakota Long with a scheme full of momentum.
Is there going to be enough time with the distance, though? White flag is out. Final time around for Michigan. Long trying to close up the gap and fast. Trying to do it from the high side.
You only have to lead 1 lap to win this race, and Dakota Long's trying to lead that 1 lap, running the high side, burning the rubber off the right rear, slides big time, bobbles a little bit. That might give the lead, secure the lead to Karen Huggins. Not quite able to get the momentum. Karen Huggins is snaking down the back straightaway into turn 3 for the final time.
Karen Huggins had teamwork to be able to help him out. He runs away. Battle for 3rd as Hurley tries to break up a team 1, 2, 3. They bump in pain for 3rd. Karen Huggins gets the win, while Hurley has hard contact. Johnson bounced off the wall, still got 4th, as Huggins takes the checker.
Side by side across the line. Got the box gloves out a little bit there. Hurley and Johnson contact. Hurley still 3rd as Johnson goes up into the wall in a flower of concrete. They go across the line.
Look at this, just try to keep him up the racetrack, and then right there, try to take the swing back almost. Instead, it's run Johnson into the wall. Did not lose a spot to Worf, though. So Aaron Huggins putting on a dominating performance in this one. He led every single lap. We'll get the chance to talk about post-race results and more in just a moment. Watching tonight's coverage of the Maconi Fixed Series on Michigan.
Racing isn't easy, but experiencing it is. iRacing puts you in the driver's seat with the industry's leading sim racing game. Drive on laser scan replicas of the greatest racing circuits from around the world. Go head-to-head against other drivers chosen by skill-based matchmaking to ensure competitive racing at every level. Compete across all your favorite series. In officially licensed cars, engineered to deliver the most accurate driving experience possible. Join a race or host your own with players from across the globe. Race against the computer or in a league with friends. Feel the thrill behind the wheel. Visit iRacing.com.
When you want to be the best, you can't settle for the rest. For anything on iRacing, there's just one name you need, Maconi.
With the launch of Maconi Entertainment and Maconi Competizone alongside Maconi Setup Shop, we now provide the best of the best in setups, paint schemes, coaching, broadcasting, and event organization.
With cars across all 4 license classes, we have what you need to hit the track with confidence. Grab a subscription and save money while going fast at MaconiSetupShop.com/subscriptions.
And remember, at Maconi Setup Shop, there are setups, but your victories.
Welcome back to MIS for tonight's coverage of the Maconi Fixed Series here on iRacing social media platform. Took away a team 1-2-3 at the end. He started 17th. Amongst those who hit for tires after the early caution, he used those tires to get up to the podium. Cody Johnson bounced his way to 4th. Jordan Worth in 5th. Carter, Edgar, Bell, Phillips, Romanucci, a good recovery, rounded out your top 10 tonight, Brayton.
Yeah, then Mickey Tuttle first over out to the top 10. Big gain for him, up 8 spots there. Finished 11th, and Scott Pierce had an eventful second half of the race, playing ping pong in the back half of the field. They're going to finish 12th, though. Sean Pelig, very eventful race for him all race long. He's going to finish 13th. Todd Cray in 14th. Chris Gilbert there in 15th. Ryan Elmore in 16th. David USD there in 17th. Thomas Bennett 18th. And Jeffrey Maconi, your last driver on the lead that with heavy right front damage due to contact with Scott Pearson at the middle portion of the race. He's going to finish 19th. And Jack Anderson, Tyler Grinnell, and Mike George round out your drivers that took the green flag and they're going to finish multiple laps down. Alan Boone and Brad Patton did not take the green flag here tonight.
Take an eye-raving hit to say the very least, but do have one-year drivers from the top 3 standing by. Dakota Lawn with an opportunity to speak with him here. Dakota, how is it feeling about a top 3 for you and for Perrin Huggins? In fact, a 1-2-4, believe, for your technical alliance drivers.
Yeah, man, felt good right there. I knew that him and Perrin and Cody was kind of pushing a little bit harder than I was right there at the beginning, and I was hoping they'd get the racing a little bit more. Saved just enough the last 5 laps to be a little bit quicker than them, and Cody got loose, opened up the door for me, and I just everything I worked for threw it away in 1 and 2 right there with 2 to go. Just got loose, or last lap got loose and just lost my chance. But it was a great drive.
What was the communication like between you and some of the others up there? Because you all had, in sim at least, matching schemes to know the technical alliance. What was that camaraderie like amongst the front runners where you, Perrin, and Cody were controlling the top 3?
Yeah, I mean, them are my guys, man, right there. We're always in a Discord every day racing together. We just knew it's going to be a battle between us 3. We just needed to bide our time and see which one ever was saved the most, and it's usually how it comes down to is see which one ever saves the extra 1% of tires, and I think I had the extra 1%, but just like I said, I got loose off of 2 to even have a chance at anything. I just lost my chance right there.
Well, on that note, Dakota, thank you very much for your time. Congratulations on the second place run here this evening.
Yes, sir. Thanks. Take care.
You two, that's Dakota Long coming away second, Perrin Huggins first, Cody Johnson fourth. Amongst that alliance, Jordan Hurley did find his way on the podium. I thank Dakota Long for taking the time to speak with us during post-race coverage here on iRacing social media platforms and Maconi Entertainment. Brayton, the next race is going to be a thriller. It's Dega Week. Your thoughts going into Dega Week after Michigan set the standard early and set the tone with a lot of points. 250 points for Dakota Long alone for second.
Yeah, then Perrin Huggins are getting 262 points. It's going to be hard to top that. Not just throughout the week, but throughout the season. Anybody who can get 260 points is a good day. But Talladega is definitely going to make and break a lot of drivers' dreams. It broke mine in real life a couple years ago in the Arkham Menard series. So Talladega, it gives and it takes. And I think we're going to see a lot of that next week.
Remember, that's going to be a Friday broadcast, as just so happens Wednesday is Christmas Day. So a 7:15 p.m. start on a Friday night, December 27th. Be sure to tune in on iRacing social media platforms and Maconi Entertainment, a part of the holiday coverage here on iRacing social platforms. On that note, though, it's time just about to say goodbye here. I thank the race sponsor tonight, Maconi Setup Shop, as well as all our viewers for tuning in for this coverage. Calling the action tonight was myself, Justin Prince, alongside Brayton Lester. It was DJ Light, producing spot tonight from Michigan. Thanks to our viewers for watching tonight's racing action. I hope you stay tuned to our social media pages for our next race. Thanks to the entire staff for bringing this racing to you. This has been a production of Maconi Entertainment. We'll see you next time for this series when we go to Dega.